Live.
Live.
Mm.
Acaba de olhar por isso.
Welcome to Subnest Environmental Academy. Uh, Data analytics with Excel. So we have actually talked on we have actually talked on uh, likewise you know, we've talked about statements. So tonight about the VLOOKUP. V so possibly we'll be talking about conditional if statements. Okay, so let's dive into it. When we talk about VLOOKUP, what does it what comes to mind? As we have vertical and horizontal. So we have VLOOKUP, we have HLOOKUP. So which means you are trying to look at certain row from top to bottom. You are looking vertically for some data, for some information. So that is what VLOOKUP entails. So it looks value towards the level you might be in a particular or range of cells as it may be. So it looks at the left hand side of it. Okay, look at my left. What do you see there? Then help me to find this by this array of number. So this is what VLOOKUP it entails. Now let's take at look at let's take a look at the syntax. You can see the equal is constant. So VLOOKUP, then look at cell A1. Then help me to find this thing I'm looking for, this thing that is in cell A1. Help me to look at it in this range of cell from B to using two column by two column to the right. Then help me to check for the approximate, since it is false, approximate match. If it is true, that means you want the exact same thing that is there. Now look at this information here. This cell now, we say that VLOOKUP C22, this is our C, column C. This apple, look at this apple that is here. Then from this range of cells, C17 apple, from this 17 to D20, this 20, from this place to this place, from then to you should move twice. In these two means the index. In Python is index 0. Yes, Python is index 0, 0, 1. Yes, in Excel is index 1, starts from 1. So here this column is 1, here is 2. If I should make it 3, if we should consider this E. All right, we are looking for index 2. This index 2 is what we are looking for. All right. Then the approximate match, because we say first approximate match. Hello. Now click on here first. You can see that this place there is a drop. Remember, we've done drop down in some of our classes. So they make a drop down list of all the items that are here. For the sake of those of us that might have forgotten, let me back again. Let's say we want to make this same drop down. Here we have, right? Now said from these are data. Now you see this validation, click on it. Once I click on data validation, so instead of any value, I click on list. So the source of my list, on it. Now drag what I want. You can see lemon. Click on this arrow down again. Then okay. So automatically everything that is here is now in this cell. You can see the same thing is what was done here. Now say after we have clicked on this cell, now this other cell which is K22, now I click on it. All the things that are in this cell, I want to look at everything that is in this column. I want to look at it here. So everything that is in this range, I want to look at it because everything here inside this J22. If you with us, you see with me, you can see I put everything here inside using drop down. So I now want to look down at them. Say, okay, anything that is here, let me pick one. Let me say orange now. Anything that is this orange now, I want to look at it. Anything that is in this index. Now, let's say equals to VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP. Look at what it says. It says that looks for a value in it looks for a value in the leftmost column of the table. Look for a value in the leftmost column of the table. Then return the value in the same row from column you specify. So now VLOOKUP tab, open the tab. Now ask me, you are looking for a value, Abi? I'm for a value. What is that value? The value I'm looking for is this orange. Hello, I'm looking for this orange. Now that I have looked for this orange, now put the comma. Now, after I've on this value, table array. The table array means from where it begins to where it ends. So this is the table I'm looking for. These two tables. This table now. This is where it ends. All right. Then column. Now the column index I'm looking for. What is my column index? I'm looking for column index 2 in this table now. This is index 1. This table now, this fruit is on index 1. This amount is index 2. So the index of that column is 2. Then comma. Now the last thing to put is this true approximate match. If I should put on approximate match, it must give me the approximate value. So exact match is what I need. I need the exact approximate match. So I'll choose the second one. Once I choose this second one, then enter. So because here our oranges is what? Is 20. So if I should change this value instead of being orange to any other thing, let's say I choose banana, enter. You can see banana is 60. So that is the same thing. I just have to do this to show you how this thing is being done. It's not that this apple is just there by luck. We actually what we actually did was that we make a drop down list. From that drop down list, we now reference this table using VLOOKUP, using VLOOKUP, using VLOOKUP, where you can find what you are looking for in your table. So this aspect is where you use the conditional statement. You know, in conditional statement, in our if statement, you will first put your arguments inside the if statement. Then the after your arguments, you now put on the true first statement. So the same thing we're going to do here. So this is where we are now. We said for this one, we said here, here the value that are not available. All right. In this place now, we don't have anything here. This is bread. If this is bread now, bread is here, right? Let's say we use bread. It's 50. Do not like now. If for instance, instead of bread, we say look for orange. It brings not available. All right. So because it is because we couldn't have bread here, but everything that we have here is empty. Everything that is here is empty. So this is how so everything here is empty. So we want to look for how do we solve this aspect of not available, not available. So now what we do is that we wrap up if VLOOKUP inside our if statement. We wrap up if VLOOKUP inside our if statement. Now here is the actual VLOOKUP that we did. We say in this VLOOKUP, check for this value, see check for this cell, see for 3. Then from this our range at index 2, give us the exact match. All right. Now by default, here is not available. So it shows us not available. Not available. It brings not available because it couldn't find anything. Here is blank. So now, how do we solve it? Instead of saying not available, do you have something else you want to give this thing? So that is where this is where we now replicate it. Let's say in this place now, we said let us do our VLOOKUP. Okay, let me do here first. Instead of saying, you know, we have done everything here, this VLOOKUP is here, all right, is here. So what we're gonna do, let's type our if statement first. What is this? I'm coming. To first make an if. You have if all right. If our logical test now, our logical test is this. If this, all right, our value let it bring everything here. If this is equals to empty, if this place now is empty, if this cell is equal to empty, now look at this our empty. So you see that within these two columns, I didn't put anything there. That is empty. If our this cell is empty, now that's our logical test. Put comma. Then the value we want to show, the value that we want to show. I don't know if you're getting me. the true, if it is empty, the true value that you want it to show, it should be empty. Look up. If this cell is equal to empty, the value that we want it to show, the value that we want it to show should be empty. So empty again, comma. Now, if it is false, if it is false, what happens? If it is false, then show our VLOOKUP. I don't know if you are getting this thing. If it is false, then show our VLOOKUP. Our VLOOKUP is VLOOKUP, then the value we are looking for should be where? Should still be, all right? No. What is happening? I'm making mistake. Our VLOOKUP should be C43, comma. I hope you are following me. Now, our VLOOKUP should look up this. It should look for this place. Then in our table array from here. All right. That's our table arrow. Then the value we are looking for now, column index, it should be at here, right? Comma, the column index number 2. The column index number is number 2. After I've got the column index, what are we looking for? We're looking for the exact match, which is false. Then enter. Oh, I've not make, okay, double, it should be double, this thing, double parentheses. I only keep one. So yes, correct it for me. So now, here we have, here we have, here we have. Now, let's say here now, this is bread. We have 100 chicken now. The same thing. If here, if it is cookies, 40. What if it is delete? Nothing, NA. Now, this place that shows NA now. Hello. This place it shows NA because it is not available. How about in our home case here? If it is empty, should we say it should show NA? So instead of showing NA, now look at what I want to do. Add this blank, which is NA. So the value that I want to show is that, let's say it should be not available, not applicable, or not available, not available. That's it. It shows not available. This NA is automatically being recorded by Excel because you couldn't find anything there. That's why I say NA. But me, I want it to show to to show it oh my god, explicitly. That is why I give it as not available. All right. Then now, what if we actually want to use the not available if error, if it is what we want to use? This thing now, you know, if error is also a function in Excel. So here is pastry. All right. We have pastry here. We have choose pastry. Nothing shows. Bread. Something shows. Do not. You see. So pie. Now what I say? What is just blank. Blank. So what you do is that in this place now, what is the code is that if it is error, if it is error, if it is error, if error, we look up everything in F3 from this arrange equals to, then if it is error, it should be blank. Now let's start. We said equals to if error instead of saying NA, if error returns value, if expression is an error and the value of the expression itself otherwise. Now by default now this you got now, because this you got is not A, so in our this thing here we said it should be blank. All right, so is that you do it the way I do it first, or you use if error. So okay, if there is error in this new, if there is error in this new, please let it be blank. So now if error, now what I want you to do is that show a VLOOKUP for me. If error VLOOKUP, in my VLOOKUP, look up for the value in this place. Hello, look up for the value in this place. Then my table arrow is from here to here. Then the column index is index 2 of this table. You know, I've told you column index. The first column is index 1, the second one is index 2. So Excel is on index 1, Python is on 0, likes. So index 2, all right. Then the value that we show, which is, you know, in our if error, the value that you show if it's error is the VLOOKUP. Otherwise, it will show blank. If error 2, then we've done that. They are causing exact match. All right. Now, after we are done with that, we do that of the VLOOKUP. Now, the second aspect of it is if it's then bring us. I have to close this thing, otherwise I have to close it because we've done shapes. Now, the next thing after we have done that for the if error. So if it's not error, I beg, give us a blank information, then close it. So you got is there, that's why you give us blank. So if there is bed, give us 100. So this is, you check the two, which one suits you most, which one suits you most. So, and by then you now use, if it is if error that actually suits you, no problem. If it is normal VLOOKUP that suits you, it is at your own discretion. Anyone that suits you, you use it. So if you follow this information, you get to understand it better. All right. So after this, the next thing for us to do is to next thing is the conditional function, conditional using if statement. When I say conditional, if something doesn't happen, then if this, then this. So that is what conditional function is all about. Okay, so in this area now, our functional with conditional function. So we have having fruits and the amount. the table that contains fruit and the amount spent on fruit. All right. Now, what we want to do is that we know here we don't have only one apple. We have one, two, three apples, right? So one is 15 naira, another one is 15 naira, the other one is 50 naira. So sum of apple is 150, all right? So now we've created a drop down to sum if everything here, sum them on condition of anything that's here, sum it from this simple array. Now look at the formula we use. You see that you should sum this sum if this condition, if this range of the data, range of table from C1 to C this thing. Then in our C sum if this range of data, then return this and this. Now look up some range, some if. What it says is that what range do you want to look for in that condition of sum? What range do you actually want to look for? You want to look for from C3 to C14. Yeah. Then after that, what we need is that we are looking for text or number that is exactly C17. This column. Oh my god. Let me just enter first. That is in this area. We are looking for text that is equal to something that is here. Then what if it is found? What range do you want to sum? I want to sum the range that is here. That's just what this formula entails. Sum if what we are looking for is in this range. From this range you say anything that is here, if the value is here, then sum the range of values that is equivalent to it in this area. See, equals to sum if add specified by given condition or criteria. So now sum if the range of we are looking for is from here. All right. Sum if you can see it brings the range of cell, then comma. After that, the next thing is criteria. The criteria we are looking for is the criteria that meets the one in C17. C17. The drop down list that we have already created. Then what are those ranges that we should sum? The ranges of data that come from here. So this IntelliSense is giving you what to do. So it's not left for you to open your eyes, then press enter. So this is lemon among our drop down list that we've created. This is lemon. We have orange, apple. Apple is 150, 50 plus another 50 plus another 50. That's 150. What about banana? We have 60 plus 60, 120 plus 60. That's 180. Banana will be what? 180. You can see it. So this is just if, one if. So what we have, what if we have two conditions to meet? Like this apple. Fuji is an apple. Here. Another apple that we have onion scripts. We have onion clips. So two onion clips and one Fuji are what we have in this aspect. So we want to use some ifs. Some ifs. So let's see what some ifs have in stock for us. In some if equals to some if. So some if add sets specified by given set of condition. Given set of condition. That means we are using two conditions here. We want to be using two conditions here. All right. Now let me press tab. So we now say some range. Some range. This is range that we want to sum. You can see that it is different from the first one, which we first get the value that the item we are looking for. Yes, some range comes first. Then now put comma the criteria of range one. The criteria range 1. This is the first criteria range. Is this one. Press your comma. Then after we are, what is that criteria? We are looking for fruit, which is in this place. F17. F17. 17. Comma. Then second criteria range. Criteria range 2 is this one. Criteria range 2. Alright. Comma. Then the criteria 2 now is anything that is under the type, which is G17. This is G16. I will change it to G17. Alright. Do you see any other thing we are doing? No, it's only that two. So it shows that we want to look for, if you are looking for apple now, we are looking for apple that is of Fuji. So the amount will be 50. If it is apple of scripts, that will be 50 plus another 100 scripts that we have, 50. That's 100. Hope you are getting me. So after we are done with that, you just have to close our bracket or press enter. So apple that is of onion scripts is 100. Apple that is of Fuji, you can see, is 50. If you change this thing now here to oranges, the type of orange that we have orange of Florida, which is 20. One of Navel is 40. So this is how this thing works. So try and practice. So this place is to show you how those things works entirely. How it works entirely. Though I've explained it, so you can still do it. So the same thing applies to counts as well as conditional if. The same thing count. Here in count, you're actually counting amount of things that are here. Count. Count if. What do you want to look at? You want to look at this range of cell 50 to 61 here to here. Then what value or text or number do you want to look for? 66 here. 664. Orange. How many orange are here? Counting. Not we are summing. We are counting in this time around. And the same thing for here too. Count ifs. That means we are looking for more than one criteria. So if count if of apple of G type, the two this one. All right. So let's demonstrate again. You have equals to count if. So count if now. The range of value we are looking for everything that is here. All right. There at the criteria of 67. All right. 67. Yes, no. 667. No. 660. 660. Fruit. Am I correct? 66. No, not 6. We are looking for the criteria of everything here. C what? C 64. So 64. We're looking for 64. So for this place now, if you should choose banana, how many banana are there? You have 32. How many lemon? You have 3. So if I should add another lemon here, let's say I add lemon. So 30. So here you have to change this place to 662. 662. So lemon turns to 4. Alright? So that's how it works. Now the same thing now for this second one, count ifs. So when we are looking for two criteria to count, two criteria to count. So count ifs. Count the number of cells specified by a given set of condition. So from 2 upward, set of condition. So now let's start. Let's tab. Criteria range 1. is this, comma, and what's the criteria one? Criteria one is in this cell, F64. All right. Then criteria range 2, this to here, then comma, criteria 2 is in what? Is in type G64. So this other criteria again, no, these two is enough for us. So we want to count them. Close your bracket, press enter. So banana of type lady finger is 1. Banana lady finger. Let's check. 1, only 1. So what about banana of Cavendish? We have 1, 2. So this one will be 2. Banana of Cavendish is 2. You can see. So it counts for us. It counts for us. So when you check them, the same thing you can do for average. The same thing. Once you type anything you want to do, it will show you how to do it. You only understand what is meant by criteria, what is meant by range. You understand? So, and if you check for these drop down, you see several things that you can also do. Several links that you can learn on this average if, max if, linear if, count average if, and the rest. So this will be stopping tonight. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so that you can be notified whenever a new video is dropped. So till I will be sending the assignments for this week into the group. So ensure you give it your optimum best to submit. Have a wonderful day.